Have you passed the age of 50 and felt that carrying groceries has become more challenging? Or perhaps noticed that getting up from a chair requires an effort that wasn't there before? This loss of strength and muscle mass isn't just your imagination. It's a real biological process with a scientific name: sarcopenia. It begins subtly around age 40 and accelerates dramatically after 50, affecting not only our strength but our independence, metabolism, and ability to recover from illnesses. Many believe this is an inevitable sentence of aging, a one-way path to frailty. But modern science shows us a far more optimistic truth. It is possible to fight this process and even reverse it, building strong, healthy muscles at any age. The key to this transformation isn't in expensive supplements or trendy diets but on your plate, specifically in the quantity and quality of an essential macronutrient: protein. If you've ever felt discouraged by this loss of vigor, I ask you to stay with me. In this video, we'll uncover how nutritional science can be your greatest ally. And if you want to receive more evidence-based practical guides like this to strengthen your health, take a moment now to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. What we're about to reveal today could be the turning point you've been waiting for, proving that it's entirely possible and affordable to build muscle quickly, even after 50, using simple, inexpensive foods. The big question many ask is, why does protein become so crucial at this stage of life? The answer lies in a fascinating mechanism that changes as we age. The answer to this question lies in a process called muscle protein synthesis. Think of your muscles as a brick wall. Every day, some old bricks are removed, a process called catabolism, and new bricks are added, known as anabolism. Muscle protein synthesis is the act of adding new bricks. When we're young, this process is highly efficient. A small amount of dietary protein is enough to signal our bodies, bricklayers, to start building. However, after 50, we develop a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. This means our muscles become somewhat deaf to the protein signal. The same amount that once triggered significant building now barely gets the worker's attention. To overcome this resistance, science, in studies published in journals like the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, shows we need two things: a higher dose of protein per meal and, crucially, a high concentration of a specific amino acid called leucine. Leucine acts as the foreman, giving the command to start protein synthesis. Without enough leucine in a meal, the protein you eat isn't optimally used to build muscle. That's why simply eating more protein isn't the full strategy. The smart strategy is to focus on protein sources rich in leucine and distribute them throughout the day to constantly signal your body, hey, it's time to build. Understanding this mechanism is what separates frustration from success. It's not a lost battle against time but a scientific strategy we can apply in our daily lives. The good news is that the best sources of these bricks and foremen aren't hidden in supplement jars but on your supermarket shelves. Let's start our list with two foods that are true champions of cost-effectiveness and biological efficiency. Let's dive into the first food on our list, a true classic that's been unfairly demonized for too long: the egg. 4 pennies per unit, eggs offer one of the highest quality proteins available, considered the gold standard by the World Health Organization due to their complete profile of essential amino acids, including a generous dose of leucine, our key amino acid. A single large egg contains about 6 grams of highly bioavailable protein, meaning your body absorbs and uses it with great efficiency. Moreover, recent comprehensive studies, such as those published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, have debunked the idea that egg cholesterol is a major villain for most people, showing that moderate consumption is safe and beneficial. Versatile, eggs can be eaten boiled, scrambled, or in omelets, making them an easy and affordable addition to any breakfast or snack, starting your day with the right signal for muscle building. Now, let's move to the second item, a treasure from the sea that comes in humble packaging but with immense nutritional power: canned sardines. Often underestimated, sardines are a protein powerhouse. A single can provide over 20 grams of high-quality protein. But their benefits go far beyond that. They're one of the best natural sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which have potent anti-inflammatory effects, crucial for joint health in those over 50 who engage in physical activity. They're also rich in calcium and vitamin D, the essential duo for bone health, working in synergy with protein to create a strong and resilient musculoskeletal system. Being canned makes them affordable, long-lasting, and ready to eat. We've covered two fantastic animal-based sources. But what if we want a plant-based option that's equally affordable and powerful? There's a legume that fills this role masterfully. The answer is yes, and it brings us straight to the third food on our list, lentils. This tiny grain is a nutritional giant and a cornerstone for those seeking high-quality protein on a budget. A cup of cooked lentils provides about 18 grams of protein, plus an impressive amount of fiber. This fiber is a double ally. First, it promotes digestive health, which can slow with age. Second, it helps regulate blood sugar levels, providing steady energy and preventing glucose spikes that can lead to fat accumulation. While plant-based proteins are often called incomplete, this is easily addressed. The classic combination of lentils with rice, for example, creates a complete amino acid profile comparable to meat, but at a much lower cost and with the added benefit of being rich in iron and folate, vital nutrients for energy and cellular health. Now, let's move to our fourth food, a dairy product that's undergone a process making it especially potent for our goals: plain Greek yogurt. The difference between regular and Greek yogurt lies in the straining process. Greek yogurt is strained to remove whey, resulting in a denser, creamier product that's, most importantly, concentrated in protein. A serving of Greek yogurt can contain 15 to 20 grams of protein, nearly double that of regular yogurt. It's also an excellent source of probiotics, which nourish gut bacteria, improving nutrient absorption and overall health. Always opt for the unsweetened, natural version to reap all the benefits. It's a perfect base for an afternoon snack with fruit or a protein boost post-workout. If you're enjoying learning about the power of these foods, leave a comment below telling me which ones you already eat or plan to add to your routine. We've covered 4 incredible options, but the next ones bring unique benefits, especially one that works brilliantly while you sleep. Continuing our journey through muscle-building foods, we reach the 5th item, often overlooked in the dairy aisle: cottage cheese. With its grainy texture and mild flavor, cottage cheese hides a powerful secret. It's predominantly made of casein, a slow-digesting protein. While whey protein, famous in gyms, is absorbed quickly, casein releases amino acids into the bloodstream gradually, over up to 7 hours. This makes cottage cheese the perfect nighttime snack. Eating a portion before bed creates an anti-catabolic environment, preventing muscle tissue breakdown during the long fasting period of sleep, providing a steady flow of bricks for repair and growth. With about 25 grams of protein per cup and a low cost, it's a strategic and accessible tool. Now, let's move to the 6th food, an absolute champion when it comes to lean protein and efficiency: chicken breast. It's no coincidence that it's a staple in athletes' diets. Chicken breast is one of the purest protein sources available. A 100-gram cooked fillet provides over 30 grams of high-quality protein with minimal fat. This protein density makes it highly effective for meeting the daily targets needed to overcome anabolic resistance. The key is preparation. Opt for grilling, baking, or shredding. Avoid frying, which adds unnecessary fats and calories. Shredded chicken is incredibly versatile, easily added to salads, sandwiches, or soups, delivering a potent protein dose in nearly any meal. We've now covered 6 powerful foods, each with unique benefits. But one final item remains: a versatile legume that completes our nutritional arsenal. And more importantly, we need to understand how to combine these foods with another essential element, as food alone doesn't work miracles. Our 7th and final food is chickpeas. Like their cousin, lentils, chickpeas are a fantastic source of plant-based protein, offering about 15 grams per cooked cup. But chickpeas shine for their versatility and texture. They can star in a salad, be transformed into the famous hummus, roasted into a crunchy, healthy snack, or added to soups and stews for extra substance and protein value. Rich in fiber and with a low glycemic index, they also promote satiety and maintain stable energy levels. With this list of 7 foods: eggs, sardines, lentils, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, chicken, and chickpeas, we have a complete arsenal. All are affordable, rich in protein, and essential nutrients. But now, we need to be honest about the strength of the evidence and proper implementation. The health hack formula demands this clarity. Protein is the brick, but it doesn't build the wall alone. It needs a stimulus. And that stimulus is resistance exercise. Weight training, resistance bands, or even bodyweight exercises signal your muscles to take the protein you've eaten and use it to grow stronger. A study from the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society showed that combining protein supplementation with resistance training yielded significantly better results in muscle mass and strength gains in older adults compared to either alone. Thus, the quest to build muscle quickly after 50 hinges on this synergy. Filling your plate with these wonderful foods won't help if you spend all day sitting. Exercise is the trigger, protein is the ammunition. Knowing this, the question arises, is there a way to organize the consumption of these foods throughout the day to optimize this building process even further? The answer is a resounding yes. How you distribute your protein intake throughout the day can make a substantial difference, especially for those over 50. Due to the anabolic resistance we mentioned, an older adult's body responds better to slightly larger doses of protein per meal. The grazing strategy of eating small amounts of protein all the time isn't as effective. Instead, research suggests aiming for at least 25 to 30 grams of protein in each of the 3 main meals: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This ensures each meal has enough leucine to flip the switch on muscle protein synthesis. For example, start the day with 3 scrambled eggs to get close to this goal. For lunch, a chicken fillet with a serving of lentils and rice. And for dinner, a piece of fish or a hearty salad with chickpeas and cottage cheese. What about the famous post-workout timing? Current science shows the 30-minute anabolic window is a myth. However, eating a protein-rich meal within a few hours after resistance training is indeed a smart strategy. This provides your muscles with the building blocks they need when they're most receptive to repair and growth. A serving of Greek yogurt, for instance, is a perfect post-workout snack. By safely and consistently implementing these tips, distributing protein, combining it with exercise, and choosing high-quality, low-cost sources like the ones we've listed, you create the ideal environment for your body to build and maintain healthy muscle mass. However, before heading to the supermarket with this new list and plan in hand, there's one final, crucial step to ensure your journey is not only effective but, above all, safe for your individual health. This final step is our medical disclaimer, an ethical non-negotiable. The information shared in this video is for educational purposes and based on current scientific research. However, it does not replace, in any way, the guidance of a qualified healthcare professional. Before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you're over 50 or have pre-existing health conditions like kidney issues or diabetes, it's absolutely essential to consult your doctor and a nutritionist. They can assess your overall health, lab results, medications, and specific nutritional needs to create a personalized, safe plan for you. Remember, biological individuality is the rule. What works perfectly for one person may not be ideal for another. Professional guidance transforms generic information into a personal, effective action plan. In summary, today's message is one of hope and empowerment. Muscle loss with age, sarcopenia, is not a sentence. By understanding the science of anabolic resistance and the importance of leucine-rich protein, you gain the power to act. Our list of 7 affordable, protein-rich foods to build muscle quickly: eggs, sardines, lentils, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, chicken, and chickpeas, serves as a practical guide to show that caring for muscle health doesn't need to be expensive or complicated. Combine this smart nutrition with a regular resistance exercise program, and you have the complete formula to build a stronger, more resilient, and more independent body, no matter your age. If this guide was helpful, show your support by leaving a like and sharing this video with a friend or family member who could benefit from this information. Subscribe for more content that blends science and practical health. And comment below, which of these 7 foods will you start using more from today? Taking care of your body is the most valuable investment you'll ever make.